Mr. Tooth, Mr. Tooth, está temblando, Mr. Tooth.
¡Cuidado en los libros!
Estuvo cerca. Necesitamos escribir un reglamento para la escuela de detectives.
Unit 2, Lesson 17, Project, Making a Set of Rules, Part 1. Harán sugerencias sobre reglas que puedan tener en la escuela. Posteriormente, escribirán un reglamento.
Hola, estamos llegando al final de la unidad 2. Y es momento de trabajar con el proyecto de clase.
Esta vez pensaremos en un conjunto de reglas para mejorar la seguridad y la convivencia en nuestra escuela.
Yes, we have to write many rules to be safe. Shadow, Molotov, take a seat.
Mr. Wong!
Wait.
What are they doing here?
They are doing community service. They will help us, right?
We don't want to go to jail. So, yes. Here we are for community service. That's good. Not that we love to be here with you.
No.
Okay. We must create a set of rules for this school. Any ideas?
Why don't we work in teams?
Great! We have to make 2 teams of 4.
Why don't we make a men's team? Mr. Wong, Alex, Vladimir, and I.
I am in the winning team.
That's a great idea. And we have a ladies' team, too. Sandy, Miss Gossett, Sophia, and Agatha.
I don't want to work with Agatha Shadow. Not in a million years. I don't want to work with this woman either. No, no, and no.
Oh, please. You can work together.
The first team, the men, must discuss the rules for indoors.
And the second team must discuss the rules for outdoors.
That's us. We are outdoors.
Ready? Let's get to work, everyone. Everyone.
What happened to these books?
They fell after the earthquake.
Yes, that's right. I think the first rule should be don't leave heavy objects in dangerous places.
Right.
Vladimir, write this down.
Yeah. I'll write.
But we should add, to prevent accidents in case of an earthquake.
No, that's a very long rule. No.
It's okay, Vladimir. Write it down. To prevent accidents in case of an earthquake, don't leave heavy objects in dangerous places.
Obey, Vladimir. Right, Vladimir.
The second rule should be throw trash in the waste basket.
The third rule must be don't play in the classroom. Vladimir?
Yes. I'll write down your rule.
Well, if we are not using all the lamps anymore, we should turn some of them off.
Right.
The fourth rule should be turn the lights off when you are not using them.
Yeah.
A good rule indeed.
Well, the idea I propose is, the last rule must be, please, smoke in the classroom. Yeah.
That can't be a rule. But the opposite is a good idea.
Yes. Please don't smoke in the classroom. Thanks for the idea, Vladimir.
Well, ladies, let's begin. Think about actions that the students must and mustn't do.
Look, there's a laboratory. The first rule should be students must wear a lab coat when they are in the laboratory. Aww.
Do you have a rule to share, Agatha? You have to help us remember.
Of course, of course. The second rule should be students mustn't run in the playground. Miss Gossip, another rule?
Yes, I have one. The third rule should be students must be on time for their classes.
She has to be more creative than that. Oh, you have to be more positive, Agatha. Look who's talking. Okay. Look, those trash cans. The fourth rule should be students must classify and recycle the trash. That's a great rule. I think we can go to the meeting room and see what the other team did.
Oh, hi. Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. We have 4 rules. We discussed the rules and wrote a draft. Look. Students must wear a lab coat when they are in the laboratory.
Students mustn't run in the playground.
Students must be on time for their classes. Students must classify and recycle the trash. And what about you, dear Charlie? Do you have some rules to share with us?
To prevent accidents in case of an earthquake, don't leave heavy objects in dangerous places.
2. Please throw trash in the waste basket.
3. Don't play in the classroom.
Turn the lights off when you are not using them.
Please, don't smoke in the classroom.
I like your rules, but
What? Is something wrong?
Your team wrote the rules without using the phrase students must.
Ah, I see. If we want to put together all the rules, they must be all alike.
To prevent accidents in case of an earthquake, students mustn't leave heavy objects in dangerous places. Students must throw trash in the waste basket.
Yeah.
Students mustn't play in the classroom. Students must turn the lights off when they are not using the... Students mustn't smoke in the classroom. All the rules now.
You can go, but you must return tomorrow to check the rules one more time.
What? No way. Come on, Vladimir. Let's go. I'm tired of thinking of rules.
Yes, my dear. Let's go.
¿Qué les pareció el programa de hoy? Nunca me hubiera imaginado que Vladimir Molotov y Agatha Shadow pudieran ayudarnos en algo.
¿por qué no repasamos el procedimiento que seguimos para comenzar a trabajar en nuestro reglamento?
El día de hoy pensamos y discutimos qué reglas podríamos utilizar. Las escribimos y luego las compartimos con los demás para corregirlas.
Y un poco antes de eso, nos organizamos en 2 equipos. Mi equipo pensó en reglas relacionadas con lo que encontramos en el patio de la escuela.
Y mi equipo pensó reglas relacionadas con los salones y otros espacios cerrados.
Veamos un resumen de lo que debemos hacer para iniciar nuestro proyecto.
Primero hicimos 2 equipos de 4 personas.
Luego cada equipo discutió qué reglas deberían anotar en su reglamento e hicieron un borrador.
Después, los equipos se reunieron, intercambiaron sus borradores y revisaron las reglas de los otros.
Y si había correcciones que hacer, se señalaron, se hicieron los cambios necesarios y listo.
Ahora tenemos una lista de reglas que podemos compartir con los demás. En este caso, los dos equipos hicimos una lista de 9 reglas. ¿Por qué no las lees en voz alta, Sofía?
Dejaré un tiempo para que ustedes y Alex lo repitan en voz alta. 1. To prevent accidents in case of an earthquake, students mustn't leave heavy objects in dangerous places.
To prevent accidents in case of an earthquake, students mustn't leave heavy objects in dangerous places.
2. Students must throw trash in the wastebasket.
Students must throw trash in the wastebasket.
3. Students mustn't play in the classroom.
Students mustn't play in the classroom.
4. Students must turn the lights off when they are not using them.
Students must turn the lights off when they are not using them.
5. Students mustn't smoke in the classroom.
Students mustn't smoke in the classroom.
6. Students must wear a lab coat when they are in the laboratory.
Students must wear a lab coat when they are in the laboratory.
7. Students mustn't run in the playground.
Students mustn't run in the playground.
8. Students must be on time for the classes.
Students must be on time for their classes.
9. Students must classify and recycle the trash.
Students must classify and recycle the trash. Las 9 reglas utilizan las formas must y mustn't. Aunque como vimos durante el programa, también se puede utilizar la forma have to.
¿Cómo te sientes con el trabajo que le hicimos al detective Wong sobre las 9 reglas que creamos para la escuela de detectives?
Yo me siento bien. Yo creo que hicimos algo bueno para ellos y para los alumnos. Unit 2, Lesson 18, Project, Making a Set of Rules, Part 2. Escribirán un reglamento.
¿Qué tal? ¿Todo bien? Llegamos al segundo episodio de nuestro proyecto que estamos llevando a cabo en la Escuela de Detectives.
La vez anterior, los miembros de la agencia y extrañamente Miss Shadow y Molotov colaboramos en el proyecto. Ahora, no creo que los malos nos vayan a ayudar con el siguiente paso.
¿Qué les parece si vemos un fragmento del programa anterior en el que nos organizamos en 2 equipos y escribimos reglas para la escuela?
Well, ladies, let's begin. Think about actions that the students must and mustn't do.
Look, there's a laboratory. The first rule should be students must wear a lab coat when they are in the laboratory.
Como ven, en la primera parte de nuestro proyecto escribimos reglas útiles sobre lo que los alumnos pueden y no pueden hacer en una escuela.
En el capítulo de hoy, avanzaremos en la elaboración de la versión final de nuestro reglamento escolar. ¡Comenzamos!
Working with students was fun and interesting. It was a good change of our hard work.
Your hard work? Come on. Go and tell that to someone who doesn't know you.
Okay. We have to leave now. Do we have the notebook with all the rules the students suggested?
Yes, it's here.
Huh? Come on, let's go. As you remember, we are working on a set of rules for school. Yesterday, we proposed some. Now, we are going to select the most useful of them.
But how are we going to select them?
We thought the best way is to read them all, and then vote for them. What do you say?
Fine. I think it's perfect.
Right? So, let's begin. We are going to write them all down on the board, and then vote for them.
I will write them down, Mr. Wong.
Thank you, Mr. E. Now, who wants to read the first rule for me?
I will. The first rule we wrote is, we must keep calm during an emergency.
Thanks, Sophia. All right. Who will read the next one for me?
I will read the next one. The second rule is, we have to warn the teacher about the emergency.
Well, thanks, Mr. Toot. Next rule.
I have it here. It's, we mustn't run, push, or shout during the emergency.
Thank you so much, Alex. Now, Sophia. Read the next one for me, please.
Okay. During an emergency, we have to follow the instructions that the teacher gives us.
Sure. It's important to follow the instructions from those in authority.
Boys and girls, we have an announcement to make. Marcos Gomez has donated tickets for the cinema. We will give these free tickets for the cinema to all the students that come to the schoolyard right now.
Let's go, Alex. I want to go to the movies on Saturday.
Yes. Let's go for the tickets. We will be right back, Mr. Wong.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We didn't count on that. What do you say if we go to the cafeteria and get something to eat?
Good idea. I didn't have breakfast this morning. I have to eat something.
Yes. Breakfast is the most important
Yes,
meal
yes,
of the
yes.
day.
Should I wake Mr. Toot?
Oh, no. Let him sleep.
Oh.
He's very tired.
Oh.
Come in. We have to do this quickly.
Let's get back to work. The next rule is... Thanks. Here it is. We must throw the garbage on the floor. We must throw the garbage on the floor?
That doesn't sound right. I think we don't have to throw the garbage on the floor. What do you all think? I think we should go to the next rule.
Right. The second rule is... we don't have to be quiet in the classroom. Huh?
I think something's wrong with these rules, Mr. Wong.
This is a different set of rules. Someone changed them.
Now that you mention it, yes. This notebook is different. Mr. Toot. Mr. Toot. Mr. Toot. Do you know who came in and changed the notebook?
Yes. No,
Oh?
they went that way.
Mr.
Oh my
Toot?
God. Oh! Poor Mr. Toot.
Oh!
Oh
It was them, Agatha Shadow and Vladimir Molotov.
no. They were trying to escape. Very good job, Mr. Toot.
Huh? Oh,
It's always a pleasure to help.
thanks to all of you, we have finished voting the rules, and we have selected the most useful ones. And, like we said, you two have to memorize them all.
That's right. And now we're going to read the rules we selected. Can you start with the first one, Alex?
Okay.
Hmm?
The first rule we selected is we have to help disabled students.
What is a disabled student, Alex?
A student who moves with difficulty.
Alumnos discapacitados.
That's very important, I think. Maybe the rule could also be we must help each other. Did you hear that, Mr. Molotov? Okay. Mr. Toot, go ahead, please.
Fine. Next rule is, in case of an earthquake, we mustn't run.
Did you hear that? Fine. Next one, please. Sophia.
Sure, Mr. Wong. If there's a bad storm, we don't have to come to school.
Fine. We have to listen to the radio and see what the authorities say. Next one.
¿Qué tal? El tema de hoy, como decíamos al inicio, consistió en reforzar el uso de los enunciados que expresan advertencias y obligaciones.
Para esto, recurrimos a los auxiliares must y mustn't, así como have to y don't have to.
Veamos un fragmento del episodio de hoy para comprobar su uso.
The first rule we wrote is, we must keep calm during an emergency.
Thanks, Sophia. All right. Who will read the next one for me?
I will read the next one.
Hmm?
The second rule is, we have to warn the teacher about the emergency.
Well, thanks, Mr. Toot. Next rule.
I have it here. It's we mustn't run, push, or shout during the emergency.
Thank you so much, Alex. Now, Sophia. Read the next one for me, please.
Okay. During an emergency, we have to follow the instructions that the teacher gives us.
Sure.
Recordemos que estamos en la segunda parte de nuestro proyecto, que consiste en escribir un reglamento e ilustrar cada una de las reglas que escribimos.
Es el momento de hacer un breve ejercicio. Observen las ilustraciones que aparecen con cada una de las reglas para que tengan una idea de cómo pueden ilustrar su reglamento.
El ejercicio se trata de lo siguiente. A continuación, verán unas palabras sueltas. El objetivo es formar un enunciado utilizando el auxiliar have to. Después, formar ese mismo enunciado con must. Veamos un ejemplo antes.
El enunciado que se forma con estas palabras utilizando have to es You have to listen to the teacher. Si se escribe recurriendo al auxiliar must, el enunciado sería You must listen to the teacher.
Ahora es turno de ustedes. ¿Cómo se escribiría este enunciado utilizando el auxiliar must? Muy bien. She must finish her homework today.
Y si se recurriera al auxiliar have to, She has to finish her homework today. Siguiente.
¿Cómo se escribiría esta frase utilizando el auxiliar must? We must help each other in an emergency.
Ahora intentemos una en forma negativa. ¿Cómo se escribiría esta frase con el auxiliar must en su forma negativa? We mustn't shout when we work together.
Bien, hoy fuimos capaces, con mi gran ayuda, de poner a los malvados Molotov y Shadow en su lugar.
Sí, aunque literalmente los tuvimos que amarrar y amordazar para que escucharan las reglas que propusimos.
Creo que no estaban muy contentos. La próxima vez pensarán 2 veces antes de tratar de intervenir en nuestros proyectos.
Sí, fue divertido hacer una lista de reglas que debemos seguir en la escuela. También espero que haya sido una oportunidad de aprender las reglas en inglés. ¿Usando qué palabras, Mr. Toot?
Usando have to y has to, así como must y mustn't.
And now, we have to say goodbye.
¿Qué? ¡Ah, sí! Nos tenemos que despedir.
Nos vemos en la próxima lección.